Hello, sweet, kind friends. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm so glad that you're here today. And I love that you love reading as much as I do. What a special day it is today. I'm Miss Heather. I work at the Children's Museum of Green Bay, and I absolutely positively love reading as much as you do. And one of my favorite times to do it is right before I go to bed. And sometimes, kind friends, I didn't always know how to read. True story. And do you know what I did when I was learning? I had my grown-up read to me. Yep, I had all of the special grown-ups in my life read me my favorite stories. So don't worry. If you're not reading yet, you will be. And soon you'll be able to read your bedtime stories to yourself. But I'm here until you want to do that. Okay? Sounds good. I do this each and every Wednesday evening on our YouTube channel, as well as I read stories at the museum every Wednesday at 9:30. And I would love to see your sweet, kind faces there at some point. Yeah, I would. So before we get started with our story tonight, and especially because it's Valentine's Day, I need to remind you, my sweet, kind friends, that you are my Valentine. I think that you are awesome, just the way you are. I think you have such a beautiful heart. You are kind. You use your manners. And there is no one in this world who is just like you. So please, my sweet, kind friends, don't ever change who you are. Promise? Good. Tonight's story is a book request. And all the stories that we read here are book requests. And it is one of my all-time favorites. It is called The Day That Crayons Quit. And it's very, very funny. And it's written by Drew DeWalt. And the pictures, the illustrations, and it's upside down, are by Oliver Jeffers. And Oliver is one of my favorite authors and illustrators. We've read a lot of his books on this program before too, and we want to thank them for allowing us to share this story with you. Philomel is our publisher, and thank you so very much for allowing us to share this story with everyone. And I know a lot of you watching have this book, so if you do, will you please go grab it and read along with me? Yeah, and if you don't, add it to your library so you can read along. It's fun to follow the words and look at the pictures together as I'm reading to you. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. When we get done, I'm going to share with you, there's some more books, and it's Valentine's Day, and some of my favorites to see if they're your favorites too. Or should we just do that right now? Let's do that right now. So we're going to read about the day that the crayons quit. But because it's Valentine's Day, there's also a book called Love from the Crayons. So it's the crayons being nice, and it's a fun Valentine's Day book that I really, really love. And we read this at the museum this morning. Another one of my favorite Valentine's Day. Who's this guy? Is that Gerald, the giraffe from Giraffes Can't Dance? Another bedtime book club favorite. It's Love from Gerald, and this is a really nice story too. One of my most favorite authors, or people that writes children's books, is Mr. Peter Reynolds, and he has a Love You by Heart, and that's a really fun book to read too. And sometimes, even when it's not Valentine's Day, I read these books because they make my heart feel so good and warm inside. Yeah, I read them all month long, all year long, really. Some book that is super, super silly. One of my all-time favorite children's books is Grumpy Monkey, because he's just having a bad day. And sometimes we have bad days, big feelings. And this one is the Grumpy Monkey and Valentine's Day Gross Out. Chimpanzee here, yep. He thinks that Valentine's Day is gross. Yeah, all of love. But then he figures out that it's not, and it's magical, and it's really silly and a fun book to read. Chimpanzee, yes. And last but not least, for Valentine's Day, my sweet, kind friends, is a book, and it's written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. They were in a band called the Beatles, and I love their music. You should ask your grown-ups to play you a Beatles song. It's really good. And it's called All You Need Is Love. And this is one of my favorites too. So some of my favorite Valentine's Day. You can comment down below if you have any favorite Valentine's books that you like to read or books about love. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you have a book request, I would love to know what that is. Let your grown-ups know, and we can read that together. Does everyone have their books that has it? Okay, let's sing a song and we'll get started. If you're ready to read the story, clap your hands. If you're ready to read the story, clap your hands. If you're ready to read the story, then you'll really want to hurry. If you're ready to read the story, clap your hands. If you're ready to read the story, please sit down. If you're ready to read the story, please sit down. If you're ready to read the story, then you'll really want to hurry. If you're ready to read the story, please sit down. Excellent job singing, everyone. I love to sing, and I love to sing at the top of my lungs, especially in the car. Let's get started with tonight's story. The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew DeWalt. All the different colors are in here, and see if you can figure out the colors as we go along, okay? Here we go. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons, and he found a stack of letters with his name on it. That stack of letters says, "To Duncan." No crayons, just letters. Who do you think the letters are from? Let's find out. I think you're right. What color do you think this page is about? Yes, very good. It is red. "Hey, Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts at Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon." Do you see all of those things in the red there that Red Crayon is talking about? Yeah. Whew. So the letters are from the crayons. Did you guess that? You were right. What color do you think this page is about? Purple. Very good. "Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines, I am going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon." So Purple Crayon is mad that Duncan is coloring outside of the lines, which is perfectly fine to do, FYI. It means you're learning how to color. It does. Ooh, this one is kind of a tough color. This one is called beige. Are you ready for this one? How do you think beige is feeling just by looking at this picture? Yeah, I think he's feeling sad too. Let's find out what beige has to say, okay? "Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige and I am proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while I only get things that are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat, and let's be honest, When was the last time you saw a kid get excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. He's sad because he doesn't get to get used very often. All of the colors like to be used, apparently. What color is this one? Gray. That's a gray color. Very good.
Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephant, and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color all by myself. And don't even get me started on rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those big things?
That's a lot of color.
Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know. So are very tiny rocks, pebbles, and how about one of those white? To give me a little break. Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon.
Oh, so gray is used a lot too. Yeah. This book is so silly. These crayons. Oh, what color is this? Well, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of black, but I think it's white crayon. Let's see what white crayon has to say, shall we? Okay. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you are using me on. White. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill an empty space between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. Oh, yes, the white cat in the snow. You can't even see it. All of these crayons have big feelings. They sure do. At this page is about black crayon. Let's see how black crayon is feeling, shall we? Okay.
Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things. Things are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair. When are you going to use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons? How about a black beach ball? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon.
Black just doesn't want to be on the outside of everything. No. A black beach ball. I've never seen such a silly thing. Oh, my sweet friends. What color is this? Yeah. It's green. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for two reasons. Two reasons. One is to say that I like my workloads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring green things career so far. The second reason I write to you is for my friends, Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Oh no, they're not talking to one another. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon, because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Oh, my sweet friends, Green Crayon is so happy. Look at all of those green things. But orange and yellow are fighting about what is the color of the sunshine. Let's find out what Yellow Crayon has to say about that. Dear Duncan, Duncan here, and I need to tell you, Orange Crayon and I are not the same color as the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking, and I can prove I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color the sun on your Happy Farm coloring page. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on the fields of yellow corn. Your pal and true color of the sun. Yellow crayon. Oh, look, my sweet friend. So yellow crayon saying Duncan used him. Orange crayon. Bet you Orange Crayon has something to say about that. He does. Let's find out what it is.
Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already. Talk to you. That big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I'm clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday, you used me to color the sun on both Monkey Island and Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun.
Orange Crayon. My sweet friends, look, he did. He used orange for both of the suns on that page, but he used yellow on the other. I think it's both. I do. Sweet, kind friends, what color is this page about? Blue. Yeah. Let's find out what Blue Crayon has to say. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year. And the year before. And the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans and lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I'm so short and stubby. I can't even see the railing in the crayon box anymore. I can't see it. Hi, I need a break, Duncan.
Your very stubby friend.
Blue crayon. The short one. Blue is the short one that gets used the most. Pink. Pink crayon is next. Look at all those pink things.
Okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. Is it because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now, back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur? Or monster?
Or cowboy?
Goodness knows they could all use a splash
Of color.
Your
Unused friend, Pink Crayon. Pink really loves to use their imagination. A pink dinosaur. I love it. It's so fun. This is a hard one too. This one is Peach Crayon. Let's see what Peach Crayon has to say. Yeah.
Hey, Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help!
Your friend, Peach Crayon. Do you take the wrappers off of your crayons? Then they're all naked. And Peach Crayon doesn't like it. Oh, these crayons have a lot of feelings and a lot to say to Duncan. Look at all those letters we just wrote about how the crayons were feeling to Duncan. Well, my sweet, kind friends, Duncan just wanted to color. And of course, He wanted his crayons to be happy. So that gave Duncan an idea. You're going to love this idea. Look at all of these brilliant colors. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A+ for coloring. My sweet, kind friends, look at this beautiful picture with all of these colors in it and how different they are. We have an orange whale, and we have a pink airplane. We have a black rainbow. Oh, Duncan, your imagination is wonderful. Do you see any other fun things that Duncan did? Yeah, I love it. Duncan did a really, really nice job with that. And Duncan got an A+ for creativity. The end. I loved this book. Thank you so much for reading this with me. I loved all of the imagination, and I loved the big feelings, and I really loved reading with you. Thank you so much, my sweet, kind friends. If you have a book suggestion, please let your grown-up know and send me a message. You can find me on Books with Miss Heather, both on Instagram and on Facebook, or at the Children's Museum of Green Bay social medias. We'd love to see you there. Also, a reminder, I will be doing a live reading coming up in March, the first weekend in March at Lambeau Field for a reading event that they're having there. So I hope that you can join me for that, and you can find that information on the Books with Miss Heather page. Also, sweet, kind friends, down below is a thumbs up button. Do me a favor. I would love it if you would hit that button for me. It lets me know that you love tonight's story and that you want me to keep reading to you. Okay? So go ahead, like and subscribe. Thank you. Before you go to bed, my sweet, kind friends, now that we've read our amazing book, please make sure to brush those beautiful teeth of yours. Yeah. I love your smile. Yeah. Brush those teeth. Put on your nice, warm, cozy jammies before you go to bed. And please, my sweet, kind friends, don't be anything but who you are, okay? And have the sweetest sleeps. You are amazing. Happy Valentine's Day. Love you like crazy. Sweet sleeps. See you next time. Bye.